Hi, I'm Neha. I'm 36 years old and I'm in my second trimester. I have conceived for the first time. Had been trying for the last 6 years or so, but there was no success. Medically, also, there was no issues that were found either with me or my husband. But unfortunately, it was just not happening for us. I've been a working professional throughout my life, and I think the stress, the travel for work took a toll, and something that I did not take cognizance of. But getting up every day, dragging myself out of bed, that had become a common thing. Although I was always under the impression that I was having a very nutritious diet. October last year, I came across this Wellcure program on one of the social media sites, and I got under the mentorship of Anchal. And I think the path that she put me on first of all, gave me so much positivity, and the diet improved my stamina, my energy levels to a great extent. So, what she told me to be positive about each day, instill that positivity in me, and it will just happen. To keep telling myself that it is going to happen and it will happen. That had been a complete life changer, believe me. I am also one of those cynical people that who do not put their faith easily into anything. But I could see the change, I could sense it, I could feel that in my body. Parallelly, I also started doing yoga for the first time. And Anchal coming in my life had been nothing short of a blessing. So thanks to her, and I wish all of you out there best of luck. Have faith, and if it can happen with me, for sure it can happen for you also. Thank you.
Hi everyone, Namaste. Welcome to today's session of Boost Fertility Naturally. While we wait for more people to join in, a quick introduction to Wellcure. We are an online platform for natural healing. So you can go on our website or download our app and go through the articles, the natural healing stories. We do various programs, online workshops, group programs, personalized programs, self-paced e-learning programs, which are all based on the laws of nature. So you should explore all of that. And we also have lots of healthy recipes on our website. This is how today's session will be conducted. I have a presentation to make, so I will take you through that. Please listen to everything very carefully. I know there are a lot of questions and you are already mentioning them in the chat section, but be patient, focus on listening and make a note of your questions. I'll be taking up questions towards the end of the session. So many of your questions most likely will get addressed during the presentation. For those that are still pending, those we can take up through the chat box, and the session would be conducted in English. So any questions that you ask, please keep them relevant to what is being discussed here so that the session can be fruitful and pleasant for all those of you who are attending. This is a little bit about myself. So my name is Anchal. I'm a fertility coach, and I'm also co-founder of this entity I was speaking to you about, Wellcure. I'm a nature cure practitioner from Dr. Arun Sharma's Imana, and a natural medicine practitioner from Indian Board of Alternative Medicines, a lifestyle medicine coach from the Hippocrates Health Institute, USA. I'm a mother to a 7-year-old boy who I conceived after my own fertility struggles. And that is what brought me on this path where I wanted to help women take charge of their fertility journeys and achieve the dream of becoming a mother. So I'll share more about my story as we go along. So the agenda for today is that we will talk about fertility. What does it really mean? What is the impact of diet and lifestyle on fertility? What is the root cause of fertility problems? We'll go through a few fertility victory stories. So you just heard one from Neha, where she was told that she is at an advanced stage of 37, plus her she had unexplained infertility, but she just shared with you that as she started adopting a nature synced lifestyle, things changed for her and she was able to conceive. So we will hear a few more victory stories as we go ahead. I'll talk about the do it yourself fertility test, introduce you to the fertility programs that I conduct, and towards the end of the session, we will talk about 3 fertility friendly natural therapies which you can start practicing from here onwards. Okay, so let's move ahead. Let's talk about what is fertility. So, fertility basically means that your body has the ability to get pregnant. And this ability exists for as long as you are ovulating, as long as you are getting your period. So this conceiving ability begins when we start menstruating at the age of 10 to 16 years, the average being 12, and fertility continues till we reach menopause, and the menopausal age is 45 to 55 years. So please make note of this age, because a lot of women believe that the moment they are anywhere around 40, the window of conception is closed, so rush, rush, rush. But no, it is not like that. The average menopausal age is 45 to 55, which in itself is a huge range. And if you have a good diet and lifestyle, you can, delay from 45 to 50 to 55 also. So it all depends on what kind of diet and lifestyle that you follow. Now, coming to some statistics in the chat box, you guys can just mention what fertility issues you are struggling with, or what is your, expectation from today's session, which gets you here. And some statistics says that around 1 in 5 women suffer from PCOS. That means 20% of women, 20% women suffer from hypothyroid. Okay, so thyroid imbalance, and thyroid is a very important hormone when it comes to conceiving and also having a successful full-term pregnancy. According to a WHO report, 1 in every 4 couples in developing countries is affected by infertility. So that's a big number, 25%. So what you see over here in this picture is an iceberg. Okay, so the part of the iceberg which is visible above the water is very tiny. Okay, so all these issues that I have just mentioned, or those that you are writing in the chat box, that there is PCOD, or there are frequent miscarriages, or AMH is low, egg quality is poor, cysts, fibroids, etc., etc. These are all just names. These are like just this small iceberg which is visible above the seawater level in this picture. The problem is much deep rooted. So a major part of the iceberg, as you can see in this picture, is actually below the water. So what your health is that has led to these kind of issues is what you need to address. So we have to know that, if you want to conceive and conceive in a healthy way, you have to nourish your body. So you see a plant here, the plant is going to derive nutrition from the soil. Okay, we put the seed in the soil and it gets all the nourishment from the soil. That is how it keeps growing, and then through the roots, it keeps getting the nourishment that it needs. So similarly, in our body, if we want our reproductive organs to be healthy, we want our eggs to be healthy, good egg quality. We want our hormones to be healthy. We don't want any hormonal imbalance. We want that the body should be able to produce the right amount of hormones. Well, to do all of this, we have to prepare for our body. We have to nourish it well, because our body is like the soil through which the seed is going to get the nourishment. So yes, you are looking for a fruit, and that fruit is in terms of the baby in your womb. But in order to get that fruit, you have to nourish the root. So this is something that you must pay attention to. So what is the root cause? Why are there so many fertility struggles? Well, the root cause is something called toxemia. So toxemia means that there is an overload of toxins or waste materials in the body. And these waste materials get made by the regular processes that the body conducts, but also because of the excesses that we do in life. So if our diet is not good, we are not including a lot of natural foods, we are eating maybe heavy breakfast, we are having late night dinners, we are eating without hunger, we are eating out, we are eating lots of wrong foods. So this is all on the food side, which is going to create a lot of kachra, toxin in the body. But apart from that, even our lifestyle habits, for example, sleeping against the body's sleeping cycle, natural sleeping cycle, or if we are overly taking stress in our life, if we are living a life which is disconnected from nature, we are not spending time outdoors, etc., etc. These are all reasons because of which there is a lot of waste which gets generated in our body. And these toxins, they interfere with your reproductive organs. They cause hormonal imbalance because they're going to block communication between the hormones. For hormonal balance, we need that the hormones should be able to communicate with each other properly, because hormones are chemical messengers. But the toxins are going to block that communication, and that is going to lead to hormonal imbalances of all sorts. Also, these toxins are going to block the nourishment which flows by way of blood circulation in our body. So if the right nourishment is not able to reach your reproductive system, how is it going to make? On top of that, these toxins in the form of free radicals also go and destroy your eggs. They go and get accumulated in your system in the form of cysts, fibroids, polyps, tumors, etc. So if you want to read know more about toxins, you can read this book, Toxemia Explained by Dr. G.H. Tilden. So this is the root cause, and what you have to know is that in your body, cells are the building block. Okay, so without cells, the body cannot exist. So if we are constructing a building, we will need bricks, right? Without bricks, we cannot make a building. Similarly, in our body, that brick is the cells which are there in your body. Your body has 75 trillion cells. These cells come together to form tissues. Tissues come together to form organs. Organs come together to form organ systems. So there are different types of organ systems. There is circulatory system, there is nervous system, there is reproductive system, etc., etc. But what is common between all these systems is that each cell in your body needs nutrients which you get by way of the food you eat, and also each cell needs oxygen. So this is the fuel that every cell needs to do its work, and this fuel is provided by blood. Therefore, it is important that if you want to boost your fertility, you have to cleanse your blood. Your blood should be free from toxins. So let us watch this story of hope now. This is from Sapna, who had a history of recurring miscarriages, chemical pregnancies. So let's listen to her, what she shares about her fertility journey.
I and my husband basically started to plan a baby since 2014. We were married in 2012. Since 2014, we kept on trying with multiple assisted methods. None of them ultimately worked out. I was actually suffering from frequent miscarriages, the reasons of which were completely unknown to me, to any of the gynecologists that I met. And yes, I actually went through 3 to 4 miscarriages and went through a lot of different treatments. I attended the Fertility Boost program, which was conducted by Ms. Achal Kapoor, and yeah, she was my coach. Whole experience with this program and with the coach was very different. So whenever I used to go and meet a gynecologist, I used to get something which was generalized. That आप ये करो शायद वो हो जाएगा. You know, they used to suggest me a lot of things which were very much generalized. It was not specific to my condition. So it was always a trial and error method. Whereas with this program and this with Miss Achal, she was very, very specific, and she was very much sure that this program will work out. I did get good guidance on how I can improve the blood flow, how I can improve my egg quality. There are a lot of things that I actually started understanding once I did the relearning course. First was obviously the whole perspective to change in a person once we are looking forward to this natural way of conception. The mindset. Second is the lifestyle, which basically included diet, exercise, a lot of visualization, and also various ways in which I could detox my whole body. I also got to learn about specific yoga poses which would help me specifically in the direction of boosting my fertility. So yeah, these were the 4 learnings out of this Boost Fertility e-learning course. Started realizing that obviously first 15 days were challenging, but then after I started, I got to know that I am on the correct path because I was going through follicular monitoring. My readings got better. My readings in terms of the estrogen levels, the egg quality, which is again the indicator through estrogen levels, got better. So even my gynecologist was quite surprised during the initial days that it was really working out. Within a span of 4.5 months, I got the news that I was waiting for. Obviously, this was also accompanied with a good amount of weight loss. The glow that I was looking forward on my face, which definitely would not have come through any other method, because this was a natural way. I got that glow within 3 to 4 months. I got that energy. I got that motivation, and I don't know, no matter what, how much other people used to demotivate me being vegan all this while, I was always motivated because I knew this would work for my body, and it actually did. So I always remember one thing that Miss Achal actually told me: trust your body, and I still did that.
Okay, so that was Sapna sharing about her experience, fertility journey. I'll be taking up questions towards the end of the session, and this session is only for women. Okay, so moving ahead, let's talk about the do-it-yourself fertility test. You know, many of you might have undergone many tests which your gynecologists have told you. Sometimes there might have been some negative results that you have got. Sometimes, you know, maybe everything looks fine and yet you are trying, not able to conceive. So we will go one level beyond that, because my programs are based on the philosophy of nature cure, which says that our body has self-healing powers. And when it comes to women, our body is biologically designed for getting pregnant, for conceiving. So if there is something off, your body is going to tell you, and it is going to tell you by way of some signals. So are you listening to your body? Are you respecting the wisdom that your body has? So let's talk about what are these do-it-yourself fertility indicators. The first one is that, is your menstrual cycle regular or not? So let's understand, what does menstrual cycle mean? How do you calculate it? So menstrual cycle is calculated as the number of days from the first day of one period to the day preceding the first day of the next period. For example, let's say my last period came on the 1st of December and my next period comes on the 29th of December. So what is the day preceding 29th? It is 28. So my period cycle will be calculated as 1st December to 28th December, which makes it 28 days. So all of you should be charting this. You should be writing it down that what is your menstrual what is your last period date and what is your menstrual cycle every month. So your period will be called irregular if it is coming sooner than 21 days. So if you get your period, if your menstrual cycle is 20 days, 19 days, 18 days, then that will be called irregular. If your period cycle is more than 35 days, that means you get your period after 36 days, 37 days, 38 days, or maybe more than that, then it is going to be called irregular. And in addition to this, it may so happen that you say, no, I'm within this range of 21 to 35. But we also have to see what is the pattern that you are following from month to month. So if there is a lot of variation in your menstrual cycle, so let's say in 1 month, your menstrual cycle is 22 days. But in the next month, your menstrual cycle becomes 31 days. The month after that, it comes down to 25 days, so on and so forth. So there's a lot of gap. Small gap of 1 or 2 days here and there is okay. But if there is a big gap of 5 to 7 days in your menstrual cycle, then your cycle will be termed as irregular. So if the cycle is irregular, it's called amenorrhea, and it is something that needs to be corrected. Secondly, do you feel any discomfort around ovulation? So when we ovulate, there are some women who would get spotting, or who would get hot flashes, or they will get mood swings, right? So any of these symptoms, at the most, they should be mild. Ideally, they should not exist. Otherwise, they should be mild at the most. We should not have any discomforting symptoms around ovulation. If we are getting these symptoms, again, it is a sign of toxemia in the body. The third one, do you get premenstrual syndrome? So premenstrual syndrome will be you start feeling a lot of heaviness in your lower abdominal area. You get some bloating. You start getting pain in your hips, your inner thighs, also in the lower abdominal area. Or again, you get hot flashes. You become very irritable. Many women get migraine attacks as PMS, etc., etc. So PMS, while it has been said that it is normal to get PMS, but no, it is not natural to get PMS. If your body is toxic, your PMS will be severe compared to those women whose bodies are relatively less on toxins. So if you are someone who gets a lot of PMS, very discomforting symptoms, then that is something to work on. Number 4, do you get very painful periods, which is called dysmenorrhea? Number 5, are your periods very heavy or they're very scanty? Number 5, does your period blood have clots? So ideally, the period blood should be free flowing. It should not have clots. So clots are like those blobs of blood which come in your period. That should not be the case. If the body is toxic, you will have clots. If you cleansed your body, cleansed your reproductive system, your period blood should not have clots. So all these parameters that I just spoke about, you would have noticed they all pertain to your menstrual health. Now, let's look beyond that yes, good menstrual health is important, but what if you say, I'm okay on all of this, all these 6 are fine for me, what else? Then we have to look further, because let's look at the other parts of your reproductive system. So let's look at number 7 here on the screen. Number 7 says, do you have a recurring UTI problem? Do you have PID, pelvic inflammatory disease? Do you have vaginitis? Do you have leukorrhea? So leukorrhea means that the vaginal discharge that you have is it has a very foul smell. Okay. So this indicates the health of the tissues, your reproductive tissues, your reproductive organs, and we need these to be in good health to improve our chances of fertility. Now we're going to move one step further. Okay, right now everything that I spoke to you about was directly related to your reproductive system. But you have to know that all your reproductive hormones, eggs, ovaries, uterus, fallopian tubes, these are all a part of your body. So we have to look at the health of the body also to understand that are we really fertile? What else can we do to improve our fertility? So let's look at number 8. Do you experience unexplained fatigue? Okay, you feel very tired for no specific reason. You don't feel very positive about things. You keep getting these nagging headaches. Okay, so many women that I work with, migraine is a common problem that many women face. And I keep telling them that migraine is your body's way of asking you for help. So you can't ignore your migraine. You can't suppress your migraine by taking some pills. You have to address it. If you want to boost your fertility, you have to get rid of these migraines. Number 9, do you feel congested? That means very often you get cough, cold, allergies. Every time the season is changing, you get these kind of issues. That means the body is burdened with toxemia. So there's a heightened stage of toxemia in the body. Number 10, how is your skin health? Do you have dark circles under your eyes? Do you have itchy skin? Do you have acne issues? Is your skin too oily or too dry? Well, skin should not be like that. Skin should be nicely moist. Okay. So skin is an organ of elimination of toxins, and therefore it is important that we have good skin health. Skin health is going to reflect the health inside of our body. And number 11 is, do you have less than one bowel movement a day? So again, this one is it's a very common problem with women, that they're not able to pass motions on an everyday basis. They are constipated. Now, it is important to have good bowel movement, because that is one way by which the body is going to throw away the toxins out of the body. So if it doesn't happen, if you are constipated, all this kachra, all these toxins are going to get pushed back into the system. They'll be absorbed in the bloodstream, and then they are going to reach your reproductive system as well. So again, if you want to improve your fertility, you have to ensure that you have regular motions every single day. Okay, so these are some of the do-it-yourself fertility indicators by way of which your body is telling you whether you are in good health or not. So we are going to now move ahead and listen to another story of hope. This is from Priyanka, who had PCOS, I think since childhood. So let's listen to her, what she has to share about her fertility journey.
Hello everyone, I am one of you, aspiring for the same beautiful goal, motherhood. In my teenage, I was diagnosed with PCOS. Back then, there was not much awareness. 21-day pill was the only resort. Taking those pills would increase my weight, and doctors would tell to reduce the weight. Years passed by. I switched to homeopathy, Ayurveda, few diet restrictions, but there was no cure or a foolproof solution. Real struggle started after marriage, when we started planning for a baby in 2019. We consulted an Ayurvedic doctor. The meds made me put on more weight in a very absurd manner. 3 months, and then we stopped the treatment. My period had become scanty. There was severe hair loss and dandruff. In 2020, in fear of corona, we did not consult any doctor. The wish to have a baby grew stronger, but hope was shattering every month. In October 2020, we finally consulted a gynec. We were asked to do a series of tests, which obviously costed a bomb. Then started the medicines and follicular testing, during which I couldn't conceive. But I put on a lot of weight, became super lethargic. My period reduced to 1 day from 3. Hair falls and pimples increased. 3 months of follicular, and I was told to go for an IUI. After understanding the procedure, I was even more shattered and had lost all my hopes of getting pregnant. By God's grace, we made the right decision of not getting myself injected with those chemicals. But at the same time, we did not have any solution on how to get rid of this infertility and get pregnant. I had started thinking I can never become a mother. Then, like a ray of hope, I saw Achal Ma'am's video on Facebook. I spoke to my husband and we thought, let's try this also. I bought the Fertility Naturally program recording on June 26, 2021. After hearing the whole recording, I felt like I can do this. That night, I slept with new hope. The way everything was explained in the simplest way made things more easy. The affirmations just won my heart and mind. I had become so negative and hopeless that these affirmations and positivity was exactly what my soul needed. From July 7th, 2021, I changed everything about my lifestyle. My diet was completely raw: fruits, nuts, seeds, dry fruits, and veggies. Within 10 days, my lethargy had completely gone. In 20 days, I could feel energy boom in me. I started exercising regularly, focusing more on fertility asanas with the affirmations. My hair fall came in control, dandruff started decreasing, all kinds of PMS started diminishing. By end of October 2021, I had lost 10 kgs of weight. My self-esteem came back. I became all-time positive. Finally, I had control on my body. I started to understand ovulation mucus, my fertile days. I enjoyed and loved my period, and positively waiting for my final success, which came in mid-December 2021. Yes, I am pregnant. It took me 5 months of positivity, nourishment, love and care. I know each one of you can do it. All the best.
Okay, so that's the experience of Priyanka you heard. Moving ahead, let me talk about my own fertility journey, which dates back to 2014, 2015. So it began in 2014, where my health completely went downwards. It began with a lot of pain in my neck and shoulders, for which I had to undergo a lot of tests, physiotherapy sessions, this and that. Then in August of 2014, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune digestive disorder called ulcerative colitis, for which I was supposed to be on medication for the rest of my life. And by the end of 2014, my periods became irregular. So I had to take a medicine. Without medicine, I would not get my periods. And I was told that this is some kind of hormonal imbalance. But beyond the point, what happened was that even with the medicine, the period was not coming on time. And therefore, that led to more and more tests being done, follicular studies, etc., etc. And the results that came out were very shocking. And at that point of time, I didn't really understand that, what does all of this mean? I was told that my eggs are finishing. So I was 32 years old at that point of time. I said, how is it possible? Eggs are finishing means that I have reached menopause, but I'm just 32. So I was told, yeah, these days there are many women who reach early menopause. And on top of that, I was also told that the quality of your eggs is not good. So it was all negative news because A, there are barely any eggs. And if there are any eggs, the quality is not good. So therefore, I was told that you have a 3-month deadline. Either you keep trying. If you're lucky, you'll conceive on your own. Otherwise, we don't have time to waste. We have to rush you for IVF. So very disappointed with all of this, but I didn't know what I could do. And I just said that, okay, we have to keep trying. And I kept wondering that how can I conceive when I'm under so much of stress? But by God's grace, in March of 2015, I was introduced to the philosophy of nature cure, which said that all we have to do to restore the normal, natural functions that our body knows how to do is that we have to accept the laws of nature. So nature has made our body in a certain way. We are supposed to eat, sleep, move, think in a certain rhythm. And if we start adopting all of that, then our body has the opportunity to go back to its state of balance, which in nature cure is called homeostasis. So I found this philosophy very empowering because I finally knew that this is in my hands. I can do this. I can take care of myself and therefore take care of my fertility. So I started making changes in my diet, in my lifestyle, to adopt the natural laws with which my cycle started normalizing, my period started coming on their own. And, bit by bit, I kept figuring out what else do I need to do to improve my fertility. So I realized that, okay, I need to work on my mental well being also. So I started practicing a few techniques for that. And with all of this, in June of 2015, I was able to conceive naturally. Okay, so without any kind of treatments, without any kind of medications. So what I have learned is that the big mistake that women make when they are trying to conceive is that we are looking for like a special solution for ourselves. Is there a magic tea which I can drink and quickly become pregnant? Are there some herbs that I can have and get pregnant this month right away? Any special yoga asana I can do? Is there a fruit which is going to make me pregnant super fast? And of course, we also look for solutions outside. So we visit various fertility doctors, fertility centers, fertility experts, and we waste a lot of our vitality when we follow all these steps. And the result is that no, we are not able to get pregnant. But in reality, what we need to do is understand that the root cause, irrespective of the name of the fertility struggle one has, is that there is toxemia in the body. So we need to adopt a nature sync diet and lifestyle so that we can awaken our body's conceiving abilities. And when we start doing those changes, we will get pregnant when the body is ready. Okay, so this is the route that needs to be followed. And by way of my fertility programs, this is what I help women do. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the three programs that I run. So the first program is an e-learning program called Boost Fertility Naturally, which is a self-paced knowledge program. You go through 8 to 9 hours of video content at the time and place of your convenience and start making the changes at your end. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section and I answer from there. So in this program, there is a yoga module. There are some do-it-yourself natural therapies. There is a module where I teach you everything about the diet that you're supposed to take. A mental well-being module where you can learn some techniques to take care of your emotional health. And you also get this ebook, Green Up Your Life, which is all about how to add green leafy vegetables into your diet, because they're very important for fertility. The second program that I do is a group coaching program where I work with a group of women together to guide them on their fertility journey. So this is a 1 month long program where every week I give them an action plan. That action plan consists of guidance on diet, lifestyle, as well as therapies. So there is a menu plan given with recipes of fertility boosting foods. We do 3 live Zoom sessions in this 1 month program. And other than that, on the WhatsApp group, we are connected every day from Monday to Saturday. So all of us as a group, me and the women who are participants of this group. And I created this program because, when I was in my fertility journey, I felt very alone. I didn't know who to speak to. I didn't know what other women are going through. I thought I'm the only one who's struggling. But in reality, it is not so. There are many women who are struggling. And when we come together and work together, the group energies, the group sharings, the group encouragements really work very well for all the participants. And as part of the group coaching program, you will get free access to the e-learning program I just spoke about. You also get free ebooks, Green Your Life, and fabulous fertility foods. So let's talk about egg quality. Egg quality is a very big problem these days. So what does egg quality mean? What is normal egg quality? What is abnormal egg quality? So our ovaries have follicles. So follicles are like small sacs, fluid-filled sacs, and there the unmatured eggs are housed. So these unmatured eggs, they have to go through a process of cell division to become developed eggs ready for ovulation. This process is called meiosis. Now, when these eggs go through this process, they can accumulate some errors. And these errors can lead to genetically abnormal eggs. So a normal egg will be one which will have 23 chromosomes. If the number of chromosomes is less than that, more than that, then it is an abnormal egg. So the egg which your ovaries ovulate can either be normal or it can be abnormal. So what happens if the ovulated egg is abnormal? Abnormal egg will either not fertilize, or it will fertilize but the implantation will not happen, or the implantation happens but a miscarriage happens, or no, you have a full term pregnancy but the baby gets a genetic disorder like the Down syndrome. So therefore, to improve our chances of not just conceiving but also having a full term healthy pregnancy and deliver a healthy child, it is very important that you follow a good diet and lifestyle so that you can maximize the opportunity to ovulate normal eggs. Okay. The other part is about the size of your egg. So ideally, the size of the follicle for successful ovulation is said to be 18 to 20 mm. Now, again, if you have a good diet and lifestyle, your body will be able to create a healthy egg of the right side. Also, eggs have a maturation cycle of 90 days. So from the time the unmatured egg starts getting developed and is finally ovulated, that cycle is 3 months. So what you do today is going to have a big impact on the quality of egg that you're going to ovulate 3 months down the line. So eggs are made in the body. So egg quality is therefore something that you can totally work on. It's not doomsday if someone tells you your egg quality is poor. You can improve it, right? Now, coming to eggs are finishing. What does this mean? So the female babies, they are born with all the egg cells that they're ever going to have. This is what is traditionally believed. So when I am a baby in my mother's womb, I already have egg cells, and these immature egg cells are called oocytes. Okay, so as a female fetus, I have 6 million eggs. When I am born, when I am a baby girl, that number reduces to 1 to 2 million. By the time puberty starts, this number further reduces to 3 lakh to 4 lakh. So essentially what happens is that before puberty, 10,000 eggs are dying every month, and post puberty, 1,000 eggs are dying every month. This is a normal natural process. And therefore it is said that if your eggs finish, then you have reached menopause, you will not be ovulating anymore. However, the kind of diet and lifestyle determines what is going to be this rate of decline. So why is it that women these days are reaching early menopause or pre-menopause? They are in their early 30s or even sooner, or maybe in their late 30s, and they're already struggling with this, is because the diet and lifestyle has led to a faster decline of the eggs. So therefore, if you are someone who's struggling with low AMH, step number 1 is that we want to arrest this decline of AMH. And for that, you will have to work on your diet and lifestyle. Having said so, there is also another theory, which is that AMH can be improved because our body can make new cells, new eggs. So for the lack of time, we will not be playing out this video, but we will share on the chat section the link of our WhatsApp group. If you're not already there, you can join from there. We will share Shruti's experience of increase in AMH over there, and also many other positive AMH experiences. So yes, AMH can be improved if diet and lifestyle is good. What you see here on the screen are my own AMH reports. So on the left hand side is this report which shows 0.64, and post that the next time I got it tested, it was 0.39. So we are talking about 2014, 2015 here. And post this, I was introduced to Nature Pure, and I started making the changes. So from 2015 to now, we are in 2023. Of course, I conceived in between, but so many years have passed. It's been 7 years. I am still ovulating every month. I'm still getting my period every month. So AMH can be taken care of if you are ready to improve your diet and lifestyle. So the third program that I do is the personalized coaching program, where I work one-on-one with you. This full program is for 2 months. So there are 8 action plans. Every week you get an action plan on diet, lifestyle therapies, including some recipes. I meet you fortnightly by way of video consultations. And other than that, I'm connected with you throughout this period, Monday to Saturday. So, these group coaching or the personalized coaching program that I told you about, these are open for all, except if you have any of these issues that are mentioned on the screen here, then you should not be joining my programs. You can write to us at healthcoaching@wellcure.com and we will guide you to the relevant program. Now, let's move ahead and come to the last part of today's session, which is the 3 fertility-friendly therapies that you can start doing. And post this section of our presentation today, I'll be taking up your questions from the chat box. So the first therapy that you can start doing is a juice cleanse. You should have juices to cleanse your body from the toxins. Have a green juice every morning. What is a green juice? How to make it? Let's watch this video.
So for green juice, what we'll need is white pumpkin. You have to peel it and remove the seeds. Add dhania, which is a very great detoxifier, and you can also add curry leaf or mint leaf. So these are the herbs which you can add. You have to put all these things in a mixie, then pour 200 to 300 ml of water per glass, and then mix and blend, and then you sieve the mix, and then the juice will be ready, which you can have it twice a day, first thing in the morning.
Okay, so we will share this video in the WhatsApp groups. You can watch again and start having this green juice every morning. So, many of you might be starting your day with tea, coffee, and here I'm telling you that no, instead of that, you should start your day with the green juice. So, what is wrong with the tea, coffee? Well, tea and coffee are highly acidic to the body. Our blood, which I explained earlier, it's very important to have good quality blood free of toxins so that blood can, transport all the required oxygen, all the required nutrients to your reproductive system. And also blood is the one which is going to remove the kachra from your reproductive system, the toxins, the waste, and take it towards the organs of elimination. So the thing with tea, coffee is that they are highly acidic, and our blood functions the best when it is moderately alkaline. Okay, so tea, coffee are not therefore going to be good for this pH balance of the blood. Also, tea, coffee break the cycle of cleansing. So our morning cycle of 4 a.m. to 12 p.m. in the body's circadian rhythm, which is the body's natural clock, is the cycle where the body is intensely doing the cleaning up work, intensely removing the toxins. Okay, so it's like in your house, when you wake up in the morning, every morning you do your, jhadu, pocha, dusting, this, that, you clean up your house. So even your body does that in the morning work from 4 a.m. To 12 p.m. So tea and coffee obstruct this cycle of cleansing. And all of this therefore results in a backup of waste and toxins in the body, which we don't want if we want to improve our fertility. So instead of tea, coffee, if you're going to have this nice green juice, It is going to give digestive rest to your body. Your body needs rest from digestion work so that it can focus on the cleansing work. So the green juice is going to help in that. It will hydrate the body. Your body is 70% water. So the foods that you eat should also be 70% water rich. So this is one drink that you can include to provide that water rich nutrition to your body. This juice is alkaline, so it supports your blood. It is rich in antioxidants. So antioxidants are going to go and neutralize the free radicals, the bad guys in your reproductive system, which are attacking your eggs and reducing your egg quality or reducing your egg count. So the green juice does two actions in your body. It's a cleanser. It cleans your system from the waste which should not be there. It is also a nourisher. It nourishes your system with a lot of good nutrients. So start having this every morning. The second one that you can do is intermittent fasting. So intermittent fasting means what is the time gap between your dinner today and tomorrow morning when you wake up. Other than plain water, the moment you eat something or drink something, your intermittent fasting period will be calculated as over. So let's say today, if I finish my dinner at 8 p.m. and tomorrow morning I wake up, let's say at 7 a.m. and I have chai. So my fasting period is broken. So the duration is how much? 8 p.m. to 7 a.m., which is 11 hours. So what I'm saying is that no, this minimum gap should be 12 hours. So just calculate it for yourself and see. And if you're not doing 12 hours, try to do a minimum of 12 hours to improve your fertility. Okay, because this will give the opportunity to give digestive rest to your system, and with that the body will be able to focus on doing the healing work for your reproductive system. The third therapy that you can start doing is a hydrotherapy, which is that every day when you take a bath, you have to end your bath by splashing cool water on the lower part of your body, especially the lower abdominal area, which you can see in the picture where all these reproductive organs are located, your ovaries, your tubes, uterus, cervix, vagina. So what you have to do is you splash cool water. So we don't want to use cold fridge water or ice water, no, but cool water, which is gently cool on the skin. You can use a shower, a hand shower, like you can see in the picture here. Otherwise, you can use a mug and splash your lower abdominal area, your hips, your inner thighs. For around 2 minutes, you can splash. So why are we doing this? We are doing this because our system is very heated from inside. There is so much going on. So when we splash the cool water, the blood vessels which are directly below the skin in this area, due to the cold, they are going to contract. When they contract, the circulation of blood reduces in this area, and the body's automated blood pressure mechanism kicks in, because body says that no, I have to normalize the flow of blood here. So as a result, blood flows with more vigor in this part of the body, and the blood vessels, get back to normal. But with this whole action, if there are any toxins which are lodged in the system, they are going to move away with the blood flow. So therefore, it is an important therapy for doing a fertility cleanse. So these are three very simple but very, very effective therapies that you can begin with. And you have to know that nature is made up of 5 elements. These are called Panch Mahabhuta. These elements are space, that is sky, air, Vayu, fire, Agni. Fourth is water or Jal. And fifth is earth or Prithvi. So we are creations of Mother Nature. If we can be one with these 5 elements, then we are able to have good fertility and we improve our chances of conception. So today what I told you, the 3 therapies that I told you, they help you in bringing in space, earth and water elements in your life. So for space element, I told you intermittent fasting. Give space to your body, leave it alone. So just fast, don't give it digestion work. So that is the space element. Earth element is going to come by way of the juice that you are having. Everything in that juice is coming from the earth. And water element is going to come by way of the hydrotherapy that I told you. But yes, there is as much as I can, tell you in this 1 hour session. So you can begin with this, and to do more, you can come and join any of the programs and take charge of your fertility journeys. Okay, so now we are opening up for questions. If you have any questions about what has been discussed so far, or anything you want to know about the programs, you can write that in the chat box. And the prices of all 3 programs are mentioned on the screen. You can scan and register, and I will also leave some more experiences on women's experiences on. You can read them also while I take up your questions from the chat box. Give me a moment. These questions are. Sapna says would like to talk one-on-one. So Sapna, you can see this message which my teammate Chehal has put out. It gives the number of Sanjana and Neha. Their phone numbers are mentioned, so you can call them and speak with them. Soumya says, what is to be done for unexplained infertility? So Soumya, begin with the 3 things that I have mentioned in today's session. And for more, you can come for any of the programs. How long does it take for a healthy couple to conceive? It can be anywhere, up to 1 year. So technically, if you are trying to conceive till it is not 1 year, till 1 year has not passed by, it is okay. You should keep trying. So only if you cross that time of 1 year is when you need to start investigating. But yeah, do go through the do-it-yourself fertility test and assess whether you really are healthy. Okay? Because the definition of healthy itself is something which can be incorrect. AMH 1.5, AMH is fine, 1.5 AMH is fine. Cyst in ovaries can be removed. Yeah, just so keep reading some of these experiences that I'm putting on the screen. You will see something here about cysts also. Sperm quality. So Sapna, my programs, the 3 that I showed today, spoke about today, are for women. I do couple coaching programs, so you may join for that if you want to come with your husband. And if your husband wants to take a consultation separately, then I don't do that, but we have someone else on the team who can help you on that. How to lower the level of testosterone hormones. So Soumya, again, like I said, in today's session, I will not be able to share more than what I have already discussed. So you can begin with the 3 points given today, and for more, you can come for any of the programs. Aditi says, is weight loss good during pregnancy? No, so Aditi, just to be clear, we are not talking about post-conception here. We are talking about fertility, which is pre-conception. So weight loss during pregnancy can be for many reasons. So you should work with your gynecologist. Cyst in ovaries. Yeah. So like I explained, the singular cause of all fertility issues is toxemia. So any cysts and fibroids which are there in the body, they are due to a heightened state of toxemia. And yes, this can be taken care of. So go through these experiences which are coming on the screen. You'll see something here about cysts. Purvi says how to avoid ectopic pregnancy and what is the reason for ectopic pregnancy. Purvi, there can be many reasons. So ectopic pregnancy is very, very commonly linked with thyroid imbalance. There could also be some blockages in the fallopian tube. It can also be poor egg quality. So the reason varies, but the solution is the same. Okay. Which is that we have to prepare our body, we have to get our thyroid back in balance, we have to remove the toxemia which has accumulated. And when you do that, then ectopic pregnancy will not happen. Sperm quality is not a part of today's session. Akansha says AMH of 9 and PCOS, lifestyle tips to improve chance of conception. Yeah, you have to get rid of PCOS. So you heard one experience today, Priyanka's experience. She was talking about PCOS. Keep looking at the screen. You will see some more on PCOS. You have to get rid of PCOS if you want to have a healthy conception. Okay. Jyoti says, can we consume coconut water daily if trying to conceive? Yes, Jyoti, the answer is yes, you can have. Sindhuja, what are the fertility tests we have to take? Sindhuja, you can work with your gynecologist. I don't prescribe fertility tests. So if you have attended the full session, my programs are based on nature cure. So I will tell you the do-it-yourself fertility test, which I explained about. So do that and see for yourself where you stand. Can we join gym if we are planning? Yeah, so Jyoti, you can join, of course, but more guidance on the exercise part I give inside of the program. So we have an e-learning module on fertility yoga, which is specifically including the yoga asanas, which improve blood circulation towards the pelvic area. So that is very, very important. And apart from that, how much to exercise, how to exercise and all of that, I share that in the program. So the group coaching program begins on Saturday. Saturday we'll have the first session. So there I will give more detailed guidance on the exercise part. AMH 1.5 is okay. Devi says, I have diabetes. Shall I join? No, Devi. For diabetes, it is better you come for another program of ours where the doctor will work with you, closely monitor your medication, guide you on, tapering off the medicines as the sugar levels start reducing. So you should come for the other program. I have low AMH level and also I'm negative to rubella test. Do I need MMR vaccination? Please suggest. So low AMH level I've already covered, AMH. Just see the experiences coming on the screen. I have shared my own experience also, Shruti's experience also, and many more in this document. So AMH can be taken care of. Regarding vaccinations, again, work with your doctor. I will not be able to guide on that. How many months should we try before consulting doctors? 1 year actually, Sanjana. There is no need to rush to the doctors. So this is a myth that the moment you start trying, you will conceive immediately. So there are women I work with and just, if 1 or 2 months have passed, they start panicking and they start rushing to doctors, they start going for treatments. But that should not be the case. You need to check that are you healthy, and healthy in the definition that I have given you. Go through the do-it-yourself fertility test. And basis that, if everything is looking fine, if everything that I've mentioned in the do-it-yourself fertility test looks okay for you, then you have nothing to worry. You should just dump the worry and keep trying. So up to 1 year is okay to keep trying on your own. Okay, I'm going to skip some questions, because I've already covered them. So AMH, I have covered low AMH. I had 2 failed IVFs. Can I conceive naturally? Of course, yes. IVF is an artificial procedure with low success rates. So just because it has not worked for you does not mean that you cannot conceive naturally. Your aim should be that my egg has to be the healthiest, right? Whether it is IVF or natural conception or IUI, the health of your egg is something which is completely in your hands. The environment in your uterus, in your womb, is something which is completely in your hands by following a healthy diet and lifestyle. So even when the sperm enters your body, your uterus might be having such an unfavorable environment that it itself might kill the sperm. So therefore, it is important for you to have a healthy reproductive system, irrespective of which way you are headed for treatment. Why heartbeat does not come in embryos? Because your body is lacking nourishment. So I work with so many women who have these issues of miscarriages, chemical pregnancies, or the heartbeat did not come. Well, that is because your body is lacking the support from you that it needs. So we need to provide that support. Nandini says prolactin. Yeah, so any hormonal imbalance, if your prolactin level is high, so prolactin is produced by the body to signal to the breast that start preparing for milk, producing milk, because the baby is about to come. So ideally, this prolactin hormone should increase only when once you have conceived and once you are nearing delivery. But if prolactin is already high for you, then that is something which really puts the whole conception into jeopardy, because it confuses your body, So it is something that needs to be resolved before you try to conceive. One tube is not there, other is not visible, only IVF is possible. So yeah, like I said, even if you are going the IVF route, your body has to be healthy to support the embryo that will come, to have the eggs, healthy eggs, which can be used for any procedure. So there is no running away from working on your diet and lifestyle, whichever route you want to go, especially if you've been trying to conceive and finding it difficult. Okay, so we've also shared all the program details in a PDF document. So go through that. All these experiences that I'm showing you on the screen, that also we have shared in the document. So you can go through that also. And I see one question on, I have ulcerative colitis 2 years back. Can it be a problem to conceive? And the answer is yes. So I don't know if you attended the full session, but this is exactly the problem I also used to have. And I was on heavy medication for ulcerative colitis when I was in the flare-up stage. So you have to know that what is ulcerative colitis? It is an autoimmune disease. So it is heightened stage of toxemia in your body. Your body is very unclean from inside, and those toxins have manifested in the form of colitis. Okay? So if you don't address that, it is going to keep building up, and therefore it can cause difficulty in conceiving, number one. Number two, with so much of heavy medication, there are a lot of side effects that come into being. Like in my case, it manifested in the form of fertility issues right after colitis. So you have to treat the body as one whole. You should not view body only from the perspective of fertility. No, your overall health is going to have a big impact on your fertility as well. I strongly believe my body, so I wanted to try myself in nature. Am I right? Yeah, you are right. But go back to the do-it-yourself fertility test. Okay. Believing in yourself is a good thing, but that belief has to be based on something which is logical, right? So therefore, go through the do-it-yourself fertility test. Genuinely see that are you in a good state of health. If not, then there are things you need to work upon. Aarti says, how much e-learning will help us? Okay, so actually, I'm just going to, maybe give me a moment. I will just share another screen with you. where you will be able to see a comparison between the 3 programs. Maybe we can share it in the chat box also. So basis that, you can decide which program you would like to go in for. Yeah. Read this. I think there are 2 slides, so I'll change this in a, you can read and you will know which one to go for. Are there any supplements like folic acid or something before planning? Well, you get all the folate that your body needs from the diet and lifestyle that you follow. Whole foods. Whole foods means foods as they exist in nature are the ones that your body recognizes the best, is able to use them the most efficiently. And therefore, in my plans, I take you towards whole foods so that all these nutritional requirements are met. Neha says, I am 34. All reports are normal. Had a missed abortion in August 21st, in August 21. Can I conceive naturally? Neha, yes, you can conceive provided you build your fertility. So you can come for any of these programs mentioned here. See, we have to know that if we conceived, but it was not a successful pregnancy, we literally have to, view it as an indication from our body that no, I was not ready. Okay. So therefore, what do we have to do? We have to listen to the body that, okay, you were not ready. I will make you ready. I will give you what you want. And that is where those 5 elements of nature come into being, because uh, many couples, many women I work with, they are living a life which is very disconnected with the laws of nature. So when you come for each of these programs, you will be able to understand that and find the missing link and work on building your fertility. Akshata says, can obese women get pregnant? So Akshata, actually, your question should be a bit different. I think you should be asking, how can I lose weight before I plan conception? Okay. So we should not take it as a given that I'm obese and this is how I will be for conceiving. No, you should work towards losing weight, getting rid of obesity, because only if you are healthy, it's not just about conceiving. Okay, so you may conceive even if you are obese, but you also have to see that you want a healthy pregnancy, you want to deliver a healthy baby, you want to pass on good health to the baby. So a baby, a child really comes into this world inheriting a lot of health practices, a lot of good health or bad health based on what the mother was doing during pregnancy. So that is why it is important that you work on shedding the extra weight and then planning a pregnancy. Grace says, if the husband has depression, will that affect the conceiving process? Grace, the answer is yes, okay, because it takes 2 to tango. So it is important that the husband is also in good health for sure. So you should try looking for help for your husband. AMH is 0.1. So I hope you saw the victory stories that I was projecting on the screen. And I've also spoken about AMH. So this can be taken care of. You can come for any of the programs. I have miscarried before 7 weeks. Can you help with this also? Yeah. So I hope you heard Sapna's experience. She had a history of miscarriages. I will just repeat, miscarriage means the body was not ready. Body needed more support. So if you can just accept this very simple truth and therefore say that, okay, I will do more for my body. I will give it what it needs. That's all that you need to do. Acknowledge and work on that path. So I see some more questions on heartbeat, miscarriages, etc. So I've answered all of that. Yeah, regarding periods, again, I hope you saw the experiences which were coming up on the screen. Period health is important, and it is an important indicator. I explained in the do-it-yourself fertility test also. It is an important indicator of your fertility. So if you are not getting regular periods, taking medicine to force the body to give period is not the way to go. It is not about forcing the body. It is about addressing the root cause. Why is the body not able to give you the period? Right? Because there may be toxemia in the body may be lacking nourishment, maybe your life is not in sync with the natural circadian rhythm, maybe you're eating the wrong foods, maybe you're eating the wrong food combinations, etc., etc. So all of that I cover in my programs. So Rose, you can join and you'll be able to find what you need to work upon. Yeah, so thyroid, again, I hope you saw what we had put up on the screen. If there is any kind of thyroid imbalance, whether it is hypo, hyper, it needs to be normalized, so that not only are you able to conceive, but also able to have a proper full-term pregnancy. So come for the program and learn what you need to do. Abortion at 22 weeks due to water break. Can I conceive naturally? The answer is yes, Soumya. Aarti says one IVF failed and second is in coming month. How does this program help me? So Aarti, when you say coming month, see, my group coaching program is for 1 month. So we start on Saturday, the 17th of June. So 17 June to 17 July. So if your procedure is not happening within this time frame, then you can come for the program. But if it is happening within this time frame, then I would suggest you don't join the program. And how the program helps is because, like I explained, you need healthy eggs for conception, right? And not only healthy eggs, you also need a healthy womb, a healthy uterus to support the embryo which will be implanted. And if you're not going the IVF route, even for natural conception, you need the right environment. Otherwise, the sperm will get killed. So all of that is dependent on the diet and lifestyle that one follows. Okay, so Sneha says, please share payment link in the chat box. Chehal, see if you can do that. Maybe you've already done that. Otherwise, of course, you can scan the code that is given here. You can also do Paytm, GPay on the number mentioned here. And we'll share this information in the WhatsApp group also. So I hope all of you are connected with us through the WhatsApp groups. Should we take green juice every day, Saujanya? Yes, the answer is yes. You can take green juice every day. It's a great drink. It's a detoxifier. It's a cleanser, nourisher, and so many other things that I explained. So yeah, it is something that you can have on an everyday basis. Okay, so I think I'm going to conclude the session for now. I've taken up a few questions, and for those of you who joined in late, maybe you can revisit the recording and get a full understanding of what we discussed over here. And last question, suffering from PCOS, infertility issue. I have planning before 3 months. I don't know what that means, but Kiran, PCOS can be taken care of. Okay, so go through the session, go through the fertility victories document. We'll share it. Is it possible to improve eggs at the age of 41? Yeah, the answer is yes. If you follow what I ask you to do very, very diligently, age doesn't matter. If you are ovulating, if you are getting your period at 41, you can improve the egg quality by giving the best nourishment to your body. So it's all about how you nourish your body, and One big mistake that women often do is overly focusing on food or overly focusing on exercise. No, there are other aspects also to be taken care of. So all of that is what I guide you in these programs. Anu says, I have low AMH 1.2, can it increase? Yes, the answer is yes, Anu. So go through the session again. I've covered AMH. Okay, so that's all for now from my side, ladies. I have tried to take up as many questions as possible, but we've reached the end of the session. So we'll conclude for now. And for those of you who have registered for the group coaching program, this is the 12th batch which I will be starting. So I'll see you on Saturday. Saturday morning, 11:30 a.m. will be the first session where I will give you some background information, of some key principles based on which you can boost your fertility naturally. And we will also talk about the week 1 plan. So we will see what diet plan you have to follow. I'll give you some recipes as well and guidance on how to cultivate a fertile mindset, what therapies have to be followed. So everything that needs to be done in week 1, we'll discuss it in the session on Saturday, 11:30. Okay. So that's all from my side. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you for being here. Good night.